Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad you all could be with us. Also, just joining us through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our four-year health segment that we're joining you with today. We're excited to be able to welcome to our program today Andy Schoonover. He's not only the founder and CEO of CrowdHealth, but an individual who's been able to share some great information with individuals about especially one of the big things that a lot of people are dealing with, and that is medical bills. A lot of times people have to declare bankruptcy due to their medical bills, even if they have health insurance. We'll talk to Andy not only about what inspired him to start CrowdHealth, but also how you can benefit from it as well. Andy, really appreciate the time today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Andy, let's talk about inspiration, because as I mentioned, you're not only the CEO, but also the founder. What is it that inspired you to start CrowdHealth?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, my wife and two girls were on health insurance, and my littlest, who was one at the time, was having recurring ear infections. And so we went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, who said she had a perforated eardrum, so she needs tubes in her ears. So we went to the local hospital. It was a 15-minute procedure, and soon thereafter, I got a bill for $8,000, which I thought was crazy. But even more crazy was that my health plan said that they weren't going to pay for it because it was medically unnecessary. And so I had to write an $8,000 check to the local hospital. And so I called my health plan. I said, I quit. If you aren't going to pay my bills, I'm not going to pay your bills. And so over the last couple of years, I've developed some tools to allow families like mine to operate outside of health insurance, to pay for their medical bills without having health insurance. And my family saved about $10,000 a year. And so I built a company called CrowdHealth to help other families do the same.
That's amazing, Andy. Thank you so much for sharing that. So it brings up a great question because, like you mentioned, you had health insurance. Why do so many people you find, Andy, struggle to pay their medical bills and end up falling into debt because of it?
Yeah, one of the things that I'm seeing is that a lot of folks pay attention to what they're paying on a monthly basis, their premium for their health insurance, but aren't paying as much attention to their deductible. And we're seeing deductibles, especially now on healthcare.gov and other marketplaces, that are $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 for a family. And so, if you have a health event, which is pretty innocuous, like my girl's tubes in her ears, most people don't have $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 to pay for something like that. And so the whole point of health insurance, or insurance in general, is if you have a big health event, that it won't put you into financial distress. And unfortunately, with these really high deductibles, that's just not the case with healthcare. So as you said, we got a lot of people going bankrupt. Actually, 250,000 people last year went bankrupt, even though they had health insurance because of medical bills.
That's incredible. Now, you mentioned, of course, what you've been able to do with CrowdHealth, Andy, especially using technology. How can technology eliminate insurance plan middlemen and help us to rethink the way that we look at our health care?
Yeah, we've become way more comfortable with virtual health care over the last 18 months with COVID. We're offering our members unlimited virtual care, so you can talk to a doctor whenever you want over the internet. Also offering our members significantly reduced prescriptions. And most importantly is we have a community of people who are willing to help in the case of medical bills. So we've seen the rise of crowdfunding platforms over the last decade. You can consider us a crowdfunding platform for healthcare bills, and how that works is if somebody in the community has a big healthcare bill, then you'll be asked to contribute to that. If you have a big healthcare bill, then others in the community will be asked to contribute to your healthcare bill, and it works really, really well, and 100% of the bills thus far have been funded through crowdfunding on our platform.
That's incredible. I mean, I can definitely see the name then, CrowdHealth. So then when it comes to our audience out there then, Andy, what can our audience expect if they join CrowdHealth?
Sure. So if you're between the ages of 6 and 54, we ask that you contribute $175 to an account. That is your account every month. And it's a little bit more if you're over 54. It's a little bit more if you're under 6. But then that account will build up, and you can use the money in that account so that if somebody else in the community has a big healthcare bill, you can use money in that account to help them. And if you have a big healthcare bill, the people in your community have accounts that have money in them that can help you. And so, it's just really this law of reciprocity and bringing community back to healthcare. For the last thousands of years, if somebody in the community needed help, the community would step up to help, and that's what we're doing here at CrowdHealth.
Love that. Again, everyone, Andy Schoonover has been our guest. He's the founder and CEO of CrowdHealth, letting you guys know how technology is helping to be able to give you guys that healthcare freedom and to be able to help others along the way. Andy, how can our audience find out more information?
Yeah, our website is joincrowdhealth.com. You can find us on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and others at Join CrowdHealth.
All right. Well, Andy, thank you so much again for the time and the great work you're doing, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.